I'm diving into the world of food expiration dates to see if I can eat only items past their best by dates for a whole week. Let's find out what you're really doing wrong. So let's talk about best by dates. You've probably seen them on almost every packaged food item in your pantry, but do you actually know what they mean? In theory, they're supposed to help us determine whether a food is still safe to eat, but the truth is, most of us have no idea how to interpret it correctly. Here's the thing. Best by dates aren't actually regulated by the government, which means food manufacturers can basically put whatever date they want on their products. This lack of standardization leads to mass confusion, and we end up throwing away perfectly good food because we think it's gone bad. But that's not even the worst part. The real issue is that we're not even sure what these dates are actually indicating. Is it a warning that the food will go bad if we don't eat it by that date? Or is it just a suggestion for optimal freshness? And what's the difference between best by, sell by, and use by dates anyway? It's no wonder we're all so confused. A lot of us are so paranoid about food safety that we're quick to throw anything that's even remotely close to its expiration date. But what if I told you that most foods are still perfectly safe to eat long after their best by dates have passed? It's true. The reality is, food manufacturers have a vested interest in making sure their products are sold as quickly as possible, so they're going to err on the side of caution when it comes to those dates. And let's be real, who hasn't eaten something that was a few days past its expiration date and lived to tell the tale? So where did best by dates even come from? Believe it or not, they originated in the 1970s as a way to help food manufacturers manage their inventory. It was never meant to be a hard and fast rule for consumers, but that's exactly how we've come to interpret it. And it's not just best by dates that are the problem. Sell by and use by dates have their own set of rules and regulations that are equally confusing. But here's the thing. Best by dates are actually determined by the food manufacturer's own quality control standards. It's not based on any scientific evidence of spoilage or food safety. It's more like a guarantee that the product will look and taste its best up until that date. And what's even crazier is that different countries have different regulations when it comes to expiration dates. It's a total free for all out there. So what are some of the most surprising facts about best by dates? Well, for one, canned goods are actually safe to eat indefinitely, as long as the can is intact. And honey, yes, honey, is literally immortal. It's the only food that never spoils. And get this. Some foods, like eggs, are actually safer to eat after their best by dates have passed because the risk of salmonella decreases over time. So what's the takeaway from all of this? Well, for starters, we need to stop letting best by dates dictate what we eat and what we throw away. The truth is that most foods are still perfectly safe and nutritious long after their expiration dates have passed. And secondly, we need to start educating ourselves on what these dates actually mean, rather than just blindly following them. By doing so, we can reduce food waste and save ourselves some serious cash in the process. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to comment below with your own experiences with best by dates. And if you want to learn more about food preservation tips, check out my next video, where I'll be sharing some expert advice on how to keep your food fresh for longer.